Here's how to get attuned to Black Temple and the Burning Crusade. This is going to be part 1 of 2 before the tier 6 raids are released. Starting things off, you of course need to be level 70, but most importantly, you will need to be friendly with either Eldar or Scryer. You will also need to have access to the Architrave dungeon and be attuned to the following raids: Serpentine Cavern, Tempest Keep, and Mount Hyjal. As always, I will leave links to those attunements in the description of this video. To begin, we're going to head to Shadowmoon Valley. If you're Scryer, you're going to speak with Arcanist Thelis at this location here, and if you're Eldar, you're going to speak with Anchorite Sayla at this location shown on screen. Eldar and Scryer will complete the same exact quest, it's just going to be starting from a different NPC. We'll first pick up the quest Tablets of Bari. You're going to head to this location shown on screen and start looting the tablets. I highly recommend just looting them off of the ground. The enemies in the area seem to have a very low drop rate. Once you have 12 tablets, head back to turn in the quest, picking up the follow-up, Oronu the Elder. Simple kill quest, just head to the location shown on screen, defeat Oronu, and loot them for the orders from Akama. Once you have the item, head back and turn in the quest to pick up the follow-up, the Ash Tongue Corruptors. For this quest, we're going to need to obtain 4 medallion fragments from the 4 Corruptors. Simply head to the location shown on screen, defeat the Corrupted Totem to release the Corruptor from their prison. Pretty simple, just be sure to loot each of the Corruptors for their medallions. Once you have all 4 medallions, head back, turning in the quest to pick up the follow-up, the Warden's Cage. For this quest, we'll head south to the ruins of Bari and interrogate Sanaru on Akama's whereabouts. Once you get to Warden's Cage, you're going to head to this location and go underground, and this is where you're going to find Sanaru. Speaking with them, you're going to get the follow-up quest, Proof of Allegiance. We'll need to head back outside to Warden's Cage to slay Xandris. You'll find them patrolling up and down this walkway here. After defeating them, head back to Xanaru to complete your quest and pick up the follow-up, Akama. We're going to head down the hallway to the right and then swim underground and come up on the other side. Once you come back to the surface, you're going to find Akama on the left-hand side. Turning in the quest, we're going to pick up the follow-up, Seer Udalo. For this quest, we're going to need to speak with Udalo, located in the Architrave. And yes, you could do this on normal, that's what I did. Keep in mind, you will need the Architrave key within your group in order to enter, or have a rogue with 350 lockpicking. Udalo is located right before the final boss, so you have to clear a good bit into the dungeon in order to reach them. You'll find them located right here on this ramp. Speaking with them, we're going to pick up the follow-up, a Mysterious Portent. Simply put, we're going to head back to Akama in Warden's Cage. Turning the quest in, we're going to pick up the follow-up, the Adam Alteris. This is going to be a group quest where you need to loot the Heart of Fury from Shadowlord Deathwhale. Once you have a group, you're going to head to this location shown on screen. In order to defeat Shadowmoon Deathwhale, you'll need to defeat the Shadowmoon Soul Stealers first, along with the enemies that spawn with them. After defeating the 3 Soul Stealers, you'll be able to fight Shadowlord Deathwhale. Pretty much a tank and spank fight, just be sure to loot them for the Heart of Fury after you defeat them. Now that we have the Heart of Fury, head back to Akama to complete the quest, picking up the follow-up, Akama's Promise. We'll simply just head to Shatra City and speak with it all. Once you complete Akama's Promise, you'll be eligible for the quest inside a Serpentine Cavern. Next, we'll head into Serpentine Cavern to pick up our next quest. After defeating Fathom Lord, you'll be able to speak with Seer Olam. From them, we'll pick up the quest, The Secret Compromised. This is going to send us back to Akama in Shadowmoon Valley. After speaking with Akama, you will turn in the quest and pick up the follow-up, Ruse of the Ash Tongue. Once we have the Ash Tongue Cowl, we're going to head inside a Tempest Keep to defeat the first boss, Alar. For this quest, all you have to do is defeat Alar while wearing the Ash Tongue Cowl. I recommend using this as soon as you step into Tempest Keep, that way you don't forget about it when defeating Alar. After defeating Alar, we'll head back to Akama once again to turn in the quest and pick up the follow-up, an artifact from the past. For this quest, we're going to head inside of Mount Hyjal, defeating the first boss, Rage Winterchill, and looting them for their phylactery. And that's pretty much where this video is going to end. As of the recording of this video, tier 6 raids are not yet released. Once they are, I'll be sure to make a part 2 so I can show you the real thing. For the most part though, the next couple of steps are pretty easy and a lot of players are going to complete this with their guild. However, for the sake of completion, I will be making a part 2, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more just like this one. And as always, I will see you next time.